What's going on, guys? Nick the Harley Guy. Welcome to Ride or Rot. If it's your first time at the channel, welcome. Today, got my 23 Road Glide. We got our new custom dynamic Shark Demon turn signals to match Shark Demon headlight. If you guys are interested, I got another video I'll link below on the install on these things. Super easy. We're gonna be switching out the other turn signals that Custom Dynamics does offer, so stay tuned towards the end of the video and I'll show you how you guys can get a set of these two for free. First off, installation, simple, easy, but I'm gonna walk you guys through it, so let's do this. So first things first, taking the windshield off, which is obviously pretty simple. Shout out to Bamco for these ARP windshield bolts with the anodized purple back washers. Pull these boys off. I need to clean this thing. Bugs all over it. I just had this thing cleaned a couple days ago. Never lasts. But pull your windshield off, super simple. Next thing you do, you got your vent. All you do, lift up and it pops out. There's just a couple little clips to hold it on. Next thing, we're gonna pull this outer fairing off. I'll bring the camera around, show you guys where the bolts are. Again, very simple. All right, so first you gotta pull out your speaker covers here. I need a camera person. Somebody can help me out here. This is hard. Pull them out. Just make sure you don't break the clips, because all it is are these couple clips here that pop into the fairing. So you got a bolt here. You're gonna have a bolt underneath the bottom here, and obviously go to the other side and pull the other side off. All right, now that we got the vent out, we got our speaker grills out, all we're gonna do, there's going to be a bolt on your turn signal side here. You're gonna have a bolt up here, and you're gonna have two down here. Now be careful when you get these things out, because this outer fairing can pop loose and come down on you, so don't drop that. But yeah, same thing on that side. All right, pull these bad boys out. Get them out of there. And always make sure you keep your hardware where you know it's at. Where you
A few moments later.
Easy, got that side off. Obviously, same thing on the other side. I am gonna leave this one last bolt up here, just so I have something that will hold this fairing on. Sometimes you can leave your windshield bolt up here, which makes it easy because you can just pull it out the center and then slide it down. Yeah, I've had this outer fairing off 1,000 billion times. I know that's not a real number, but you get what I'm saying. This is also how you can install your adapter so you can have Apple CarPlay without running the WIM if you have a 23 and down Road Glide or Street Glide. And I can show you guys that too in another video if you're interested in that. Just comment below. And question is, you guys are running these headlights. I am a huge Custom Dynamics fan. I run all their stuff on my other bike and this bike. If you guys got a favorite headlight, comment below, let me know what it is. If it's from Custom Dynamics too, I'd be interested. I used to run the X Light. Those things were bright. I'm really digging the setup I have right now with this Shark Demon headlight. This thing is stupid bright. Stupid bright. All right, I'm gonna let this side loose. Then I'll pull that one, and that outer fairing will come loose. Let me bring you guys to the other side here real quick. All right, get this one going. I am not excited. I gotta go to the dentist here in about an hour and a half to go get a filling. Gotta love military dentists. They take real good care of you. But yep, you're gonna drop this down here, okay? Now I already have the wiring hooked up for these turn signals. All you gotta do is pop these loose. The other side. Boop, pop that, and it's loose. Always set your fairing down somewhere where you're not gonna obviously drop it or scratch it. So yeah, let's do that. All right, so this is very simple. You have your wiring on the inner fairing here. You're gonna have a bolt, get that focused in here, a bolt here. You're gonna remove that, and that's what actually is gonna hold light that I had in here. Replace them, switch them out, and yeah. All right. So install on these. Are there other options? And these are really cool. And like I said, if you want a chance to win a set of these for free, wait till the end of this video and I will have something for you. Now, it does come with the stock inner piece here. Now, this is what goes inside of the fairing here. It'll actually allow you to bolt onto the bracket on the side of your bike to allow the fairing to stay. Got this one off. Let's pop off this side and we'll get the new ones installed. Like I always say, lemon squeeze, yeah, you know what I mean. Lemon peasy, lemon squeeze. I don't know. Shark Demon turn signals. Now, they're obviously set up to kind of match the lighting I have going right now, along with the LED light bar, with this being the yellow front end here. Now, these are DOT compliant and there's a full lifetime warranty, just like any custom dynamics lighting out there. When it comes to LEDs, it's very important to get good stuff. You can get on Amazon and get the cheap stuff, but those LEDs don't last very long. These, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be mad about it. So let's open these bad boys up. I'm sure the install on these are going to be pretty straightforward, just like the other lighting. All custom dynamic stuff's usually plug and play and very easy to do. That's cool. Some thread lock. Oh, yeah, these are cool. So it's going to install just like the last ones did. You got your piece that will slide into the fairing here, and then on the opposite side is the bolt that will go from the outer fairing inside the fairing to hold these on. The plugs literally is just like the ones I took off, and they're set up just like your stock ones that you have on your bike now. Very easy to install. So let's pull the hardware out and make sure you put your gasket on there too. Why not? Protect your stuff. Let's get these installed real quick. And don't be silly, just use Loctite. I'm used to riding an old Evo, and if you guys have rode an old Evo, you know things can shake loose. Even if you're riding a newer bike, it's always smart just to protect your stuff. So this is going to be on this side. This is going to be the left hand side, and pretty sure they mark them. Yeah, on most of the custom dynamic stuff, I don't know if I got this focused in or not, it'll have left and right, an L and an R, obviously, to let you know what side the piece will actually go onto. Pretty much everything I've installed from Custom Dynamics, very, very, very simple. And they also have full instructions for you too if you need those. Run my plug through the hole, pull that all in there. Let me bring you around here. So you got your bracket here. Let me get me zoomed in there. If you notice, that locks into place right here, so the front end won't move. So what you're bolting from the outer fairing, that's going to hold this in place, so you actually have something, you know, tight that you can tighten up to. All right, so we got my gasket on. I'm going to run my line through here. You're good to go. Make sure you got your gasket lined up good. You're going to take your Loctite that you didn't cut yet because you forgot to cut it. I'm going to skip that. Hold on. Okay, now that you got your Loctite, you will have a longer bolt and a shorter bolt. The shorter bolt is what you're going to use to bolt on from the inside. The outer bolt will go on the outside of the fairing into that bracket. It's pretty common sense. When you look at it, you're going to say, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, this is a very, very easy install. So if you're watching this and you're wondering, can I do it? Can I do it? I'm not that inclined mechanically. You can do it. I would hope. Like, this is very, very plug and play. Very simple. So got that inside installed. Just pop this on real quick, and then I will get the fairing back on and show you guys how to plug these things in. Again, simple. And remember, don't over tighten. The last thing you want to do is crack fairing, strip a bolt, anything like that. So now that we got these installed, let's go ahead, flip this around, and let's throw this fairing back on. But first, let me show you something. I get people asking me all the time, how do I get Apple CarPlay on my motorcycle? Let me show you right here. You're gonna have a plug that's stock in your fairing that is just open. It's gonna look like that. It's gonna have a red rubber plug in it. You unplug that. This costs like $14, $13. You can get them at the dealership, you can get them on Amazon. All you do is simply plug it in, and now you have Apple CarPlay. It's that easy. All you do is pull your outer fairing off, pop the plug in, tuck it back behind here. That's how you get Apple CarPlay. Very simple. I did forget. So on your wiring, on the stock bikes, usually they'll have these little foam pad things here that you can use to stick. You don't want these wires just hanging loose in your fairing. So I just tuck everything underneath here, especially up top. to keep these things from flapping around inside that fairing, getting pinched or anything like that, because this wiring will plug in up top here, both sides, your inner fairing. If you guys don't have this, tape, use double-sided tape, whatever. Simple. Let's throw this thing on. Cable's up top, going from the bottom, and all you're gonna do, pigtail you got sticking up here, simply plug each side in, just like that. Very easy to do. Fairing mounted up here so it won't fall. I'm gonna tuck my wires, make everything look right. Worst thing you can do is have a bunch of wiring laying around. The big thing on your fairing too, when you're putting your fairing on, is to not over tighten one side and then go over and tighten the other side. It's not a huge thing, but I'm really weird about body panels lining up and things like that, just from being around a body shop and stuff basically my whole life. So take your time, just do it the right way, make sure everything lines up, because it's important. So yeah, I always like to start from the bottom just so everything lines up. Oh, and before you put the whole fairing on, you should always test. Oops, never get that again. You should always check and make sure that they work. Ooh, look at that. I like it. Those are bright. Those are super bright. Shout out to Custom Dynamics. That just sets the front end off. LED light bar underneath the fairing there. I'll do a night video so you guys can actually see, the full outcome of how these things handle. Everything should line up perfectly now. Go home, Bolt. Again, don't over tighten your stuff. You go here. Yes, I do talk to myself sometimes. Don't judge me. I rarely answer myself back.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
I usually use my small impact for this too, so to make it easier on yourself, you can do that. A few more bolts and we are done. And then I go to the dentist because I'm really excited for that. Speaking of, what time is it? Oh shoot, I gotta hurry. And I lost a tool. Oh no. Where'd you go, sir? Is it in my pocket? It is in my pocket. Is that the right one? That's the right one. Can you believe that? I've actually lost a set of sunglasses on top of my head once. I'm only 35. That shit's happening already. Kind of weird when I'm like 55. Oh, I need the bolt. But it's in my pocket. It's in my pocket. Look at me. Good job, old me. Me now up for success. It's called teamwork. Yeah. Oh, why did I not use my impact? Okay, that's all done. Now, wiring. You might look at this and say, you know what, that's fine. I'll just push that down. Take care of your stuff, especially when it comes to wiring. Things get pinched, and that's not a good thing. So roll this up, get a little zip tie, get wire tie, and get these things tightened up. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Throw in the speaker grills, throw on my vent, throw on the windshield, and we will be wrapped up. Got these two little dudes here, little zip ties. And if you're the guy who doesn't cut his zip ties and leaves the other end hang on there, I hope you stub your toe today. I said it. Keep your inner fairing as clean as possible. Grab your vent. You got a clip here, clip here. You're going to make sure that you get underneath your inner fairing. You're in, like that. Now here's something else also an eye out on, and I've had people bring this up to me, and I've had it before too. Having that whistle in the front fairing. Get a little pocket of air that runs underneath, and it will start squealing on you and start squeaking. So what I do, I just get these things finger tight, and then I'm going to push down on the front of this windshield to create as much of a seal as possible to not allow that wind to start flowing in. All right, so I'm gonna start in the middle one and kind of grab the top, push down. This is what I do, and it keeps me from having that squealing. Do not over tighten your windshield bolts, please. You're gonna break something. You're gonna crack the windshield. I see it all the time. Don't over tighten it. You don't need to crank them down really, really tight. And the same thing on the sides. Just make sure everything lines up. All right. Windshield's on, everything's good. Let's throw on, actually I got to put the speaker grills in still, and we're done. All right, so to keep an eye on when you put your speaker grills on is that there's a little gasket, rubber gasket that runs along the back of this. Make sure that it's seated right, so when you put it on, it's not popping out, because they look like crap, just like that. Other side. Oh man, you know what sounds good right now? Biscuits and gravy. And I'm trying to eat good. I'm going on a cruise here in a few weeks, kind of a little bit longer than a few weeks, but gotta have my my bull rat bathing suit body, because I think that's what I'm gonna wear. So if you're on that cruise, you're welcome. Ugh. Anyways, this was a super easy install. Anything from Custom Dynamics, plug and play. They got everything for you. They got manuals to teach you how to do it if you don't know how to do it, if you've never done it before. Don't be scared to do work on your motorcycle. Obviously, if you're pulling a cam chest out and things like that, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do that. But simple things like lighting, turn signals, windshields. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you're on your motorcycle that you can get into that you don't need a whole lot of level of mechanicalism, if that makes any sense. Don't be scared. And just like you're doing right now, watching this video, if you don't know how to do something, get on YouTube and learn how to do it. But don't do anything that's gonna hurt your motorcycle, okay? Because that's just silly. Super happy with the turnout on these Custom Dynamics Shark Demon turn signals. I'm gonna take you guys off the tripod here. So with the lighting, obviously it's gonna be hard to see with the camera, but these things are cool. They give you a ton of light. And when you hit that turn signal, they're gonna blink for you. Of course, it's a turn signal. I wanna thank you guys for coming to hang out if you're still watching this video. So for these lights, I'm going to have a raffle. Comment below your favorite headlight you've ever had or favorite lighting that you've had on your motorcycle from Custom Dynamics. Tell me about it. Tell me what it's about, because I'm thinking about adding some more lights, whether it's bag lights for the lids or something like that. So comment below what your favorite option is for lighting on your bike from Custom Dynamics, and I will pick a random person off of those comments to send these out to free of charge, so you can have a set of these Custom Dynamics turn signals on your bike. Appreciate you guys for coming to hang out at Ride or Rot. Of course, hit that subscribe button if you have any questions. Always let me know, and we'll talk to you guys next time.